missing the signs of trouble to come. The smarter you are, the more money you'll make. In 1720, Sir Isaac Newton was wiped out in a stock market crash, blazing a trail of financial failure that geniuses have been following ever since. The more closely you follow your investments, the more money you'll make. People who keep up with the news about their stocks earn lower returns than those who pay almost no attention. The more work you put into investing, the more money you'll make. Professional investors, on average, do not outperform amateurs. You're not alone. Like dieters lurching from Pritikin to Atkins to South Beach and ending up at least as heavy as they started, investors habitually are their own worst enemies, even when they know better. Everyone knows that you should buy low and sell high, and yet, all too often, we buy high and sell low. Everyone knows that beating the market is nearly impossible, but just about everyone thinks he can do it. Everyone knows that panic selling is a bad idea, but a company that announces it earned 23 cents per share instead of 24 cents can lose $5 billion of market value in a minute and a half. Everyone knows that Wall Street strategists can't predict what the market is about to do, but investors still hang on every word from the financial pundits who prognosticate on TV. Everyone knows that chasing hot stocks or mutual funds is a sure way to get burned. Yet millions of investors flock back to the flame every year. Many do so even though they swore just a year or two before never to get burned again. One of the themes of this book is that our investing brains often drive us to do things that make no logical sense, but make perfect emotional sense. That does not make us irrational. It makes us human. Our brains were originally designed to get more of whatever would improve our odds of survival and to avoid whatever would worsen the odds. Emotional circuits deep in our brains make us instinctively crave whatever feels likely to be rewarding and shun whatever seems liable to be risky. To counteract these impulses from cells that originally developed tens of millions of years ago, your brain has only a thin veneer of relatively modern analytical circuits that are often no match for the blunt emotional power of the most ancient parts of your mind. That's why knowing the right answer and doing the right thing are very different. An investor I'll call Ed, a real estate executive in Greensboro, North Carolina, has rolled the dice on one high-tech and biotech company after another. At last count, Ed has lost more than 90% of his investment on at least 4 of these stocks. After Ed had lost 50% of his money, "I swore I'd sell if they fell another 10%, he recalls. When they still kept dropping, I kept dropping my selling point instead of getting out. I felt like the only thing worse than losing all that money on paper would be selling and losing it for real." His accountant has reminded him that if he sells, he can write off the losses and cut his income tax bill. But Ed still can't bear to do it. "What if they go up from here?" he asks plaintively. "Then I'd feel stupid twice, once for buying them and once for selling them." In the 1950s, a young researcher at the Rand Corporation was pondering how much of his retirement fund to allocate to stocks and how much to bonds. An expert in linear programming, he knew that I should have computed the historical covariances of the asset classes and drawn an efficient frontier. Instead, I visualized my grief if the stock market went way up and I wasn't in it, or if it went way down and I was completely in it. My intention was to minimize my future regret, so I split my contributions 50-50 between bonds and equities. The researcher's name was Harry M. Markowitz. Several years earlier, he had written an article called Portfolio Selection for the Journal of Finance, showing exactly how to calculate the trade-off between risk and return. In 1990, Markowitz shared the Nobel Prize in Economics, largely for the mathematical breakthrough that he had been incapable of applying to his own portfolio. Jack and Anna Hurst, a retired military officer, and his wife, who live near Atlanta, seem like very conservative investors. They have no credit card debt and keep almost all of their money in dividend-paying blue-chip stocks. But Hurst also has what he calls a play account, in which he takes big